Hong Kong made the best gangster films. Some of the all-time modern classic gangster films originate from the ex-British colony. Let's put on our nostalgia hats and take a trip down memory lane and check out this list of the top 10 Hong Kong gangster action movies. This list will be presented in alphabetical order. I'm not game enough to pick the best of this lot considering how many classics there are on this list. I'm the Artie Dans from Asian Film Fans, and let's get started. A reformed gangster, played by Lee Tung, tries to reconcile with his estranged policeman brother, played by the late Leslie Chung, but the ties to his former partner, played by Chow Yun-fat, and gang are difficult to break. A landmark film that launched the careers of both John Woo and Chow Yun-fat and influenced a generation of filmmakers. A gripping and emotional story of loyalty, redemption, and brotherhood, with spectacular action scenes and memorable characters. Three friends, played by Tony Leung, Jackie Chung, and Wasi Lee, escape from Hong Kong to war-torn Saigon to start a criminal career, but their friendship is shattered by greed, betrayal, and violence. A brutal and epic film that depicts the horrors of war and the impact on human relationships. John Woo's most personal work is a tragic saga of friendship, love, and loss, with stunning action scenes and emotional drama. Two rival triad leaders, played by Simon Yam and Tony Leung, compete for the chairmanship of the Wolxing Society, a powerful crime syndicate using violence and manipulation. A gritty and realistic portrayal of the inner workings and politics of the triads, with strong performances from the ensemble cast. Johnny To masterfully balances the tension and dark humour of the power struggle while exploring the changing nature of the underworld. You can't have one without the other. A triad leader, played by Louis Koo, who wants to quit the life of crime, is forced to run for the chairmanship of the Wolxing Society again, while facing pressure from the mainland authorities who want to control the syndicate. A worthy sequel to Election that expands on the themes of tradition, modernity, and identity in the context of the triads. Louis Koo gives a nuanced performance as the reluctant leader who has to make difficult choices for his future. A legendary gambler, played by Chow Yun-fat, loses his memory after a fall and is taken in by a small-time con artist played by Andy Lau, who plans to use him to win big in a gambling tournament. A fun and entertaining comedy drama that mixes gambling, romance, and action. Chow Yun-fat is charming as the amnesiac gambler who regains his skills with the help of Andy Lau's character. This film spawned several sequels and spin-offs, including a new film set to come out in 2023. A police inspector, played by Chow Yun-fat, teams up with an undercover triad member, played by Tony Leung, to bring down a ruthless gang that operates in a hospital. A non-stop action extravaganza that showcases John Woo's mastery of choreographing shootouts and explosions. Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung have great chemistry as the unlikely allies who risk their lives for justice. A mole in the police department, played by Andy Lau, and an undercover cop in the triads, played by Tony Leung, try to expose each other's identities while working for their respective bosses, played by Anthony Wong and Eric Tsang. Easily one of the best modern Hong Kong films of any genre. This is a smart and suspenseful thriller that keeps the audience on edge with its twists and turns. Andy Lau and Tony Leung give superb performances as the two spies who live in constant fear and anxiety. This film was remade by Martin Scorsese as The Departed in 2006. Chow Yun-fat plays a hitman who wants to retire after accidentally blinding a singer, played by Sally Ye, in a shootout, is pursued by both the police and his former boss. This is turning into a bit of a Chow Yun-fat list. A stylish and violent thriller that showcases John Woo's signature gunplay and themes of honor and friendship. Chow Yun-fat delivers a charismatic performance as the conflicted assassin who forms a bond with the detective, played by Danny Lee, who's chasing after him. A group of ex-Red Army soldiers from mainland China cross into Hong Kong to rob a jewelry store, but face betrayal, corruption, and brutality in the underworld. A raw and uncompromising film that exposes the harsh realities of life as an illegal immigrant and a criminal in Hong Kong. Johnny Muck's debut feature is a powerful social commentary and a precursor to the gangster films that followed. And finally, a corrupt cop, played by Tony Leung, is hired by a triad boss, played by Sean Lau, to protect him from an assassination plot by a rival gang, but soon discovers that he's being set up for a fall. A dark and intense film that plunges the viewer into a nightmarish world of deception and violence. Tony Leung and Sean Lau deliver outstanding performances as the cop and the boss who are trapped in a web of lies. So what do you think of this list? Are we missing anything? Which ones are your favorites and why? Leave us a comment below, press like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to this channel for more movie recommendations.